Edgar Allan Poe once said, "Words have no power to impress the mind without the exquisite horror of its reality." This quote resonates with me as being one of the truest statements I have ever come across. This man, who is known as a ball of melancholy and a historic figure of unfortunate events, integrated talent, sickness, horror, love, death, and suspense to help shape the darkness of romanticized literature. This author brought to light the reality of mental health as it correlates to ideas in literature. Had any one of his works hadn't been published, how could we today embrace the beauty and the madness and the chaos of life? The majority of Poe's work reflects what life was like during a time when tuberculosis, also known as TB, ran rampant in the late 19th, 18th, and 17th century, killing an abundance of people. This Gothic author experienced firsthand what it was like to lose someone you love to such a horrible disease. Due to experiences, he was able to give vivid descriptions about the side effects and symptoms of TB in which doctors use to identify the disease. His works not only provide historical content, addiction, and mental health awareness, but also broadens the reader's point of view. He, along with a lot of other literary pioneers, weren't afraid to explore territory that has been said to be dark and disconcerting. Reading inside the realms of what we are taught is acceptable or safe is redundant. We do not live in a utopian society or a total dystopia. We live in a world where everyone has good and bad days. There's love and loss, tragedy and hope every day. While we all want to go through life hoping for the best and looking for the positive in any situation, obstacles will always occur. We want to ignore the other side, the sense of hopelessness, fear, death, struggle, and suffering. Some of the most uncomfortable human emotions. Without works such as The Mask of the Red Death, The Telltale Heart, Annabel Lee, and The Raven, young readers would lose their appreciation for certain aspects of life. The journey itself would depreciate because we wouldn't know what it meant to have to go through hardship. There are children's books, self-help, motivational, and inspirational books, which I call the glass half full literature, to constantly express the joys of everyday life. Readers of every background all need to be reminded of the darker side of life in order to appreciate it. How could one appreciate warmth when one hasn't been reminded or shown to experience what it's like to be stuck in the cold? We need the authors who see the glass half empty. Edgar Allan Poe, as a Gothic author, lets the reader know how real, raw, and uncensored life can be. The censoring of literature is the equivalent of trying to silence the human mind. It makes me realize that future young readers could miss the whole concept of creative writing. Writing with a limited point of view does not allow writers to venture out, thus leaving the reader at a standstill. What would be the point of reading if we couldn't experience the differences in the journeys? How could young readers express themselves realistically if we censor their creativity? In conclusion, I tend to agree with author Judy Blume when she says, "It's not just the books under fire now that worry me. It is the books that will never be written." Book censorship in translation means creativity with hard limits. There is just no such thing.